So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
If you have just tries one from range. It's their first effort on goal.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, this looks sharp. Mkhitaryan. Now it's Rashford. Well, played right into his path. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades, and I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Barella. De Jong. Nicely spread. Francesco Esposito. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Rashford. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Lewandowski! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did. And again, they're pressing effectively.
Well, that's a dangerous ball, and it's made its way to him. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, well played, well played. Great chance! This time, surely! No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Francesco Esposito. And that's been... Real chance! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Inter Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, it's terribly wayward. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now this could be a chance. And it's Bernal. Francesco Esposito was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Esposito. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great position.
Shot at goal! And no mistake. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Barcelona restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He won't be happy with that one. He'll try from distance! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Zielinski. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Lewandowski. And it's Cancelo. Oh, such a clever touch. And that's gone loose. And here's Yamal. That is lovely. João Cancelo picks it up out wide. And this could be the final action of the first half. João Cancelo. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we are back on the way. Looking to play him in. Zielinski, given the lift of his goal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. This looks promising. Little pass back, and it's Rashford. Bernal. Thuram. And it's Zielinski. And Aslani. Mkhitaryan. And it's Lewandowski. And he's been shifted off it. Carlos Augusto. Gavi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Aslani. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And the pass is intercepted. Barella. And here's Zielinski. And here's Barella. And it's Zielinski. Thuram applies the finish! Opts to play it. It's Mkhitaryan! Denied by an instinctive save.
Mkhitaryan is offering a right smile there.
Now it's Lewandowski. And he's chosen to go back. And the shot's on here. And that has been slung wide. Goal kick as confirmed by the referee.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 23.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 94. Numero 22. Numero 7. Lasciano il campo per il numero 17. Il numero 48.
Inter Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Il numero 37. Attenzione, un cambio.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now, can they get him away? And that's a good ball. Çalhanoğlu. And the shot! Goal! Inter! And again they hit the front. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Casado. Ferran Torres. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, nicely intercepted. Casado. Bisek. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pinches it off him. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Çalhanoğlu.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Looks across and plays it in. Backward it goes. Pedri. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
He's got away. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. They're taking a moment to consider their options. That pass isn't the best. Oh, the clearance is short. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Kochen trying to keep this in. And it's Diouf. And there goes the final whistle. Inter Milan have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
Things already rolling. Pinches it off him. And here's Gavi. And he's well positioned here. Barella.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Thuram. Inter Milan.
Disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
Can he get on the end of this? So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's not the biggest, strongest or quickest, Peter, but what he lacks in physique, he certainly makes up for with a supreme footballing intelligence and great technique. He just seems to be able to see situations develop before anybody else, and he usually tends to pick the right option too.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. De Jong. Rashford. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, what a ball! Now there's a fine ball. Yamal! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And here's Thuram. Francesco Esposito is flagged offside. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Inter Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. And it's Lewandowski. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it out wide. Ashlani.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bernal does well to get it back. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rashford. And here's Lewandowski. That's tidy. Ashlani. Inter Milan do have a chance to counter here.
Pretty robust defending.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
And it's Mkhitaryan. Carlos Augusto. Carlos Augusto charging forward, the ball at his feet. And it's Barella. Now Carlos Augusto. Some really good ball movement. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Gavi. De Jong.
Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Pass somewhat off target. Zielinski. Now it's Thuram. Knocks it into space. De Jong. Barcelona ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And here's Lewandowski. Now, who's going to be first to this? Deftly away. And that is the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Inter Milan currently behind by 1 goal.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
That's a lovely, neat pass. That has been cut short. Showing good feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking tidy in possession here, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bernal. Rashford. Asllani. Zielinski. Great pressure, plenty of it. And Asllani. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Thuram finds himself offside. Inter Milan, still this single goal behind. And it's De Jong. De Jong. Oh, such a clever touch. And it's Bernal. And here's Rashford. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, that's neat. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Barella did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's an excellent interception.
Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Balde running with intent. Stood up well to him there. Zielinski. Now it's Barella. Barella really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Araujo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Gavi. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Rashford. That's destined for the flank.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 9. Numero 94.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And it's Çalhanoğlu. That's beautifully weighted. And the finish! Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Ferran Torres. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. And he welcomes it in. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Fermin. And he was quick to react. Fermin tries to pass it through. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. And it's Diouf. Inter Milan are running out of time and out of options.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
He's in a good position here. Decent chance! Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Just 5 minutes left. Shot could be on. Oh, super ball. Çalhanoğlu.
Inter really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Threads one in. Fermin. Nicked it back promptly. Now he's off and running. Now it's Ferran Torres. And that has left him in a heap. Bisek. Played with finesse. Kochen breathes a sigh of relief. And that is it. A real high-octane.
Ricordiamo a
So
tutti
many
i
thanks to
tifosi
Jim Beglin. That's all we have.